guys, Padfoot and Mahoney back again. Just want to talk about some things. Today, I got from my little niecey Destiny. That's my bestie's little girl. I sent her a goodie box last week, or no, this week. Earlier this week, she got it in a day, so it was this week. Like some little stuffed plushie from Ty, a little Frozen figure, some toys and some other stuff. And my bestie told me that Destiny wrote me a top secret letter she couldn't even read, and I forgot she had mailed it. And and she sent me this little letter. It's got Bella and Edward stickers. How cute! And it says, "Candy, thank you for the gift." And she drew a picture. It says, "I love all of the goodies. Do you think you could send me a nerd block?" Because I sent her her goodies in a nerd block box, and she watches my unboxing videos, and I know she's been wanting a nerd block junior for girls, so I'm gonna have to see what I can do about making that happen for her. So we will see, Destiny. We will see, because you know I like to spoil you. So the next thing is when I was in the hospital. I still cannot believe I walked off and forgot my charger. I never do that, even if I'm just going to the emergency room, because like what happened last week. You know, you go to the emergency room, you never know if they're going to admit you or not. So I ended up forgetting my charger, and I don't know how I did that, but yet I grabbed my Daryl Dixon bag, and it's you know, full of graphic novels. So figure the logic out in that one. So anyway, when my phone wasn't working, and even when it was, and I was just laying in bed relaxing, I was catching up on some graphic novels. I didn't get to finish any but one. Will you quit licking my toes? Gross. But I had picked this one up when my friend and I went to Free Comic Book Day, because Great Escape Novels, excuse me, this cough is still getting to me. Great Escape Comics, on Free Comic Book Day, they'll put out tons of boxes in front of the shop, full of graphic novels, and they're at least 50% off. So I got like 5 of them. So I grabbed this one because the artwork was really neat on it. It was unique. It was just really, I don't know, it was just different. Really goofy looking. And it's called Completely Pip and Norton. And the copyright date on it is 2002, so it's quite a bit old. And it's by, I'm sorry, the flash is in my eyes, so I can't remember who the writers were. It's from 2 different guys that collaborated on this, and it even has a little cartoon, or a little comic at the beginning that shows how these 2 guys got together to make this graphic novel. And it is from Dark Horse Comics. And anyway, the artwork is actually really hilarious. I really like it. And the storyline it's really goofy. It's these 2 guys, Pip and Norton, and they want this figure, much like a Funko Pop, or you know what we would equate, you know, to the obsession with Funko Pops right now. and it's called the Spinning Buddha, which I'm wearing my Buddha shirt, and funny coincidence that. But they want this spinning Buddha figure, and that's what he looks like, and he smokes and spins around on a teapot or whatever, and they come up with all these money-making schemes to try and raise money to buy it, because it's really, really expensive. And every time they come up with the money to get it, something always happens, and then at some point they're robbed. At another point, they get wrapped up in some like kind of mafia espionage, alien radiation kind of scheme. It's hilarious. It's not a children's graphic novel by any means. My friend looked at it and he flipped through it real quick, and he even thought it was a one for kids. But I was like, no, Ross, not with the language in there. Which, even when I was a little kid, my mother wouldn't have minded me reading this, because, that's just how I was raised. I was raised on, horror films, and I read very, very adult books when I was back in elementary school. I read, was it Lady Chatterley's Lover or something like that? I was in elementary school. And my parents, taught me the difference between, what's real, what's in it, what isn't, what's appropriate, what's not. So, I was always watching and reading very adult themes as a very little kid, because I was mature enough to handle it. But in general, unless you raise your kids like that, this is not, Pippin Norton is not suitable for kids. And I liked it, and if I had to rate it through a 1 to 5, I might have given it a 5, just because it's funny, it's different, it's unique. But I did have a problem with some of the themes in it, and I know a lot of people might think, when I discuss those two issues, might say, oh, she's getting all hurt over nothing, and to me, it's not nothing, because they touch on the two things that I am just most sensitive about. One thing, they make some off-color remarks and jokes about AIDS and gays, and I've been part of the gay community my whole entire life, and so that hit a nerve. Secondly, adults using the word retarded or even gay to describe things that are lame or stupid, that's another thing that really is a hot topic with me. I don't like it. I mean, to me, those are words that equate to racial slurs, which I don't like either. And adults, so-called adults, should not be throwing terms like that around. There's a whole array of descriptive words for things you might think are lame or stupid. Why do you have to use those kind of terms? And I mean, some of you might not get that, but my thing is I have Asperger's, and despite a genius IQ, as an adult, I have been bullied by other adults who call me retarded as a means to hurt me because I have Asperger's. If anyone is that vile word, it is people who have to use that term to bully others, by attacking their disabilities, their flaws, whatever. It's disgusting. I don't like that. And I really have an issue with that. I have friends who have Asperger's or are on the autism spectrum, or I have friends whose children are, or I have friends who have children who are mentally and or physically challenged. all through high school and into adulthood, I have mentored and tutored and befriended people, kids and adults who are mentally challenged. I've worked with a lot of Down syndrome kids and adults. They are freaking amazing. So, yes, I take very, very deep offense to people throwing that word around. And I can't help it. That's just how I am, and I don't apologize for that. I have cut friends out of my life and family who use, you know, terms like gay and retarded as a means to describe things that they don't like. It's not necessary, and you may not mean that in your heart. You know, you may not. You really just may not mean it in a mean way. But you need to think about the people who hear it around you. Because you don't know who something like that could offend. You know, they're hurtful words when you use them that way. And I don't think it's necessary. And I didn't mean to go off on a rant on that, but it's just, those are two things that really, really get to me. And of all things, they both had to pop up. And what have you potential of being a very adorable and hilarious graphic novel. And I would still, you know, even if I wanted to rate this, you know, give it a high rating because the storyline is hilarious. You know, I think it's unique, it's ingenious, and it's got a, you know, it's a brilliance all its own. But I still just, I was just still offended by some of the terms and themes that they had to use. It really wasn't necessary. But you know, and this is volume 1. I don't know. I don't know if they ever released a volume 2. This is so old. And I know nothing about it. I just picked it up on a whim because I like the art. And as an artist, you know, I'm attracted to graphic novels that have, you know, really interesting art. Be it, you know, very, you know, artistic and professional looking to even, you know, like animated looking. Like, because this looks like, you know, it's like something out of like The Simpsons or The King of the Hill, Beavis and Butthead folks. You know, something like that. But if it weren't for those two things, I would really, really have enjoyed this a lot more. But all in all, I would still say it's still a decent read. It's worth reading, just because it's funny. Just be warned if stuff like... I know, I'm almost done. I know you're getting impatient. You're bugging your sissy. But if it weren't for those two things, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. And I'm just sensitive about that. It's just how I am. And like I said, I'm not going to apologize for it. I am who I am. I can't help it. I'm very soft and tender-hearted. I have a lot of feelings about stuff like that. So that's just my view on it. I am currently reading the Dark Horse Book of Monsters. Whatever the hard book was that came in this month, or the April box of Comic Bento. And I'm also reading Voodoo Voknig or something. I can't remember the order, but it's this horror trivia and fact book that my friends from the Facebook group sent me in that Gamers, Nerds, etc. giveaway box the other day. I've been reading through that, and it's freaking amazing. I forgot to bring it in here, but you can see the book in one of my other videos in it, and it's a fairly recent book. Just came out maybe like less than 2 years ago, year and a half ago, and it's a small, thin book. Like, this is the journal they sent me, and it's about this size, but maybe half this thickness, and it's like 93, 96 pages. It might be a very, very little book, but all the stuff that's packed in it is amazing. And if you are into horror films, anything cinema, TV series, literature, anything, there's so much stuff in that book. So I definitely recommend that book. I will actually put a link to it on Amazon in the description box of this video. You definitely gotta check this book out if you're a horror fan. I love this book. Them girls did an awesome job. They won me over between that journal and those two books. They definitely won me over with the books. That's hitting my soft spot in my heart. But that's it. My voice is getting really tired. I'm still got a very weak and tired voice and sore throat from being sick. So try not to talk too much if I don't have to. It is really hard for me sometimes. So, but Nosy Rosie over here is getting into some mischief, and Miss Mahoney Baloney likes being in the bed. So we are going to go get in the bed and relax for the rest of this Saturday night. I am almost caught up with Game of Thrones. I am now into season 5. And I am so excited. It has been really, really good. I didn't think I would like that show. But ever since I've been watching since my birthday weekend last month, I'm hooked. And finally awesome to be in season 5. And thanks to my new obsession with that, people have been sending me Game of Thrones stuff, and I got the Fbox Game of Thrones theme box. So I'm officially a big Game of Thrones fan now. So anyway, guys, just wanted to drop by and read my niece's letter and talk about one of the graphic novels I finished and just chat. I've missed doing videos over the last couple weeks since being sick and in the hospital, and What's funny. So I was just glad to be back and doing videos again. I know the my videos are gonna look a lot better now that I'm using a different camera. So anyway, thanks guys. It's time to go lay down. Mummy needs a nap. Doesn't she, Bubby? Say bye. Peace out.